I was recording a whole bunch of shit, bro, and the phone died. I was recording. I had a whole video recorded just now, and the phone didn't record. It ran out of storage. Yeah. I was done with all my talking. I walked over there, and this phone said out of storage. So I don't know where I was at or the train of thought that I was going on. I had a stream of consciousness going, and I just it scrapped all of it. No, I do. I think what I was talking about, man. I've been really struggling on my diet here lately, bro. Day before yesterday, I went over my calories like a lot. And yesterday, I went over my calories by like 1,600, dude. You know, it is what it is, man. I ain't gonna let myself beat myself up about it. I do feel down about it. I do feel upset about it, but you know, it is what it is, man. Like, we really don't dive deep enough into the emotional and psychological issues behind why somebody gets my size, why somebody becomes morbidly obese. Too much of the focus is on physiology of the dieting, the numbers, the scale, the exercise, what you're supposed to eat. But man, that's about this much of what we deal with in comparison to this deep of the psychological aspect of weight loss. Man, when you've been big your whole life, like me, as a child, as a teenager, as a young adult, me now going into my 30s, man, you have this identity. You have this belief about yourself. You have this notion of who you are. And when you're embarking on this journey, you are challenging every belief that you have about yourself and every belief that you have about the world. You're challenging your ideas, you're challenging your opinions, you're challenging pretty much every thought that you have as a person, you have to challenge it. You have to challenge your core identity. You know, yeah, you can fucking diet, and yeah, you can run on a treadmill, and yeah, you can do backflips and hoop-de-la all over the fucking place, and you can physically lose the weight, but inside your mind, mentally, that is a whole nother battleground. That's a whole nother fucking landscape that you have to navigate in order to actually keep the weight off. I mean, think about it. What's the problem here? The problem's not losing weight. Everybody can fucking lose weight. Everybody does lose weight all the time. What do they say? What are the statistics of regaining that weight? What is the probability that you're just going to right back up to where you were? It's like fucking, less than 1% of diet and exercise actually work, actually keep it off. Because that's the thing here. We can fucking, dude, yo-yo dieting, jumping up and down on the scale is worse for your health than like fucking staying fat. And that's the problem that we all have. We'll lose 100 pounds, we'll lose 120 pounds, we'll lose 20 pounds, we'll lose however much fucking weight we need to lose. And then as soon as we're done, boom, right back up on the fucking scale. We say, fuck it. Old patterns, old behaviors come spiraling back into your life, and you're back where you started. Only this time it's harder. Only this time you know what it was like to go from the weight that you're at now down to that weight, how long it took, how much effort it took, and then for what? You're still the same person. That's the problem. That's the issue. You are still the same person. You still have the same beliefs that you had when you were that big. You still have the same perspective that you had when you were that big. You're just in a smaller frame. And it's only a matter of time until the physical life, the physical manifestation of you catches up to what you believe. Catches up to what you believe. That principle is the same, whether it's a positive belief about your life, whether it's a negative belief about your life, it's the same. That reality catches up to what you believe. Reality catches up to what you believe about yourself. Reality catches up to what you believe about the world. You believe that money is scarce. If you believe that money is hard to come by, if you believe that you're going to live a poor life. You're going to live a financially poor life. If you believe that you're just a big guy, that you're just a big girl, that you're just big boned, you're going to live a big boned life. You're going to live a big old big boned life. Because reality catches up with your beliefs. And now you say, Matthew, how do we change that? You know, like I said in another video, you have to gradually step in to this identity shift. You can't just fucking jump off the cliff. You can't just jump off the cliff without a parachute and expect to live. You have to gradually step into the person that you want to become. You got to make gradual, consistent changes that stick with you from now for the rest of your life, from today to tomorrow, and then tomorrow and the next day. But the thing is, man, when you start thinking in this big scope of time, oh my God, I got to be like this for the rest of my life. I got to be hungry and I got to eat fucking broccoli and shit for the rest of no, you don't. You got to think of what is identity. It's the beliefs, characteristics, the roles, the words, the presence, everything that we are, that we exhibit on a daily basis. A daily basis. Not fucking forever. Identity changes, identity molds, you change, you evolve as a person. It's not fucking till 90 years from now. It's today. It's today. It's who am I acting as today? When I wake up in the mornings, who am I bringing to the table? Am I bringing a wounded, old, young child that's within me who didn't have a safe place, who didn't know how to process his emotions, who was just a weak version of myself? Or am I bringing the version of myself that knows that he is a powerful being who can influence his environment, his life, who can make decisions that are in alignment with who he wants to be, who he wants to become? Because when you don't realize, like, this is an identity change, it's an identity challenge, then you still act as the current version of yourself. And that's where you're at right now. That's the 300 something pound you. Sorry, I was making sure that we were still rolling. And so what I'm saying is, man, you take it day to day. You don't worry about tomorrow. You worry about today and today alone. What are the decisions? What are the actions that I can take today to ensure that I am identifying as this person? Right? People seem to think, for some reason, every day is new. You say new words. You do new things. Even if it's seemingly the same routine that you go about on a daily basis, there's little micro adjustments that you make every single day. You are constantly fluid. You're constantly moving, adapting, evolving. That's just the nature of life. You cannot escape that. No matter how rigid you think your regimen is on a daily basis, your routine is on a daily basis, the nature of you is this thing that adapts and moves and becomes something new constantly, every millisecond. So it'd be foolish to think that your identity as that thing that is in this reality, that evolves in this reality, is a concrete block that cannot be molded, cannot be changed, that is cemented in the ground, that's a pillar. Even the strongest of materials, even the strongest of elements erode over time. Like, nothing is set in stone in reality, in this place that we live, in this realm that we exist in. Nothing is permanent. Everything evolves, everything changes. So it's foolish to think that you, for some reason, have no power to change, have no power to evolve, have no power to grow. It makes no fucking sense. And yet, for some reason, people just go about their whole lives in these limiting beliefs, and they think it's just how it is. It's how it should be. You think this life that you're living right now just is what it is, how it should be, how it's always going to be. I'm telling you, it's as simple as reframing your mind, a realization, a wake up, and ego death, if you will. A realization that this motherfucker that's been running the show this whole time, that's in my head, that has all these, oh, I am this, I am that, I must be this, I must be that. This motherfucker up here who has made my life the living hell that it is right now. Maybe he's wrong about some shit. Maybe his ideas and perspective about the world is wrong. Maybe the ideas and perspective about yourself is wrong. This thing that is up here that's running this narration, maybe he's not right. Maybe if he was right, I wouldn't be suffering as much as I'm suffering right now. Maybe if he was right, I would have the perfect fucking life, the perfect life in utopia that I've always dreamed of, the perfect idealization of the world. But you don't. Life is far different from what you had hoped it would become, isn't it? Maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe it's that little motherfucker. Maybe that little motherfucker needs to shut his mouth. Maybe he needs to mind his business, get in his place, get in his hole. Maybe you need to sit him down and you need to confront him and ask him why he believes what he believes about the world. Why does it have to be that way? Oh, I'm fat, I'm poor, I'm ugly, why? Because other egos around you have told you the same bullshit. Other little fucking people that walk around with the same stupid fucking narrator in their head that they've never challenged before ever, because that little narrator told your little narrator that, and so your little narrator kept repeating that forever. Why don't you sit down and why don't you confront him? Why don't you ask him, why is it logical that I stay miserable? Why is it so important that I stay miserable? Why is it so important that I stay in my bullshit that I've been living in for so long? Why is it so important that I continue down this path? Challenge yourself. Ask yourself that question today. Your life is meant to change. Why don't it change today? It's going to change anyways. Why don't you change it into something that you want it to be? Why you got to keep living in pain? You don't. Why you got to keep self-inflicting that pain? You don't. Why you got to keep harming yourself? You don't. Other times it's not even you harming yourself. It's that fucking narrator. Watch your mind down, you might realize that that's not me at all. Who I tell myself I'm nobody. That's a motherfucker that hopped on my back when I was younger, when I was a previous version of myself. That's a motherfucker that attached itself to me. It's not who I am innately. It's not who I am to begin with. I'm nothing. I'm nobody. I ain't shit. I'm a vessel. I'm a transmitter. I'm a receiver of things. Receiver of perspectives, receiver of identities, receiver of thoughts, receiver of emotions. I'm a vessel. Energy travels through me. It's not who I innately am. All the beliefs about myself that I have, it's not who I innately am. It's shit that's hopped on my back over the span of my life and stayed there because I never questioned it. I never thought maybe I can knock them off. Anyways, maybe it's best that the other video didn't get recorded because I went down a whole different train of thought process, and I believe like this might be more beneficial to you as the viewer. So, man, do with that what you will. I'm freezing like a motherfucker, man. My Texas blood ain't used to this cold ass weather, so I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna get a little warm. Probably gonna make some more coffee and edit some videos. We got the daily update video, daily weigh-in coming later. Yeah, we slipped up and failed last night. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know, shit happens. You just have to go. You have to, like I said, be like water. Or well, like Bruce Lee said, be like water. Be like water. All right, man. I'm gonna hop off here. Love you guys. Stay warm. We fucking freezing. This weekend's gonna be bad.